Hello everyone, now let us discuss about Good Manufacturing Practices Guide for Active Pharmaceutical Ingredients Part 4. This comes under Q7 Quality Guideline of ICH. And this part is a continuation of Part 3. First, let us discuss about process equipment. Coming to design and construction. The equipment used in the manufacture of intermediates and APIs should be of appropriate design and adequate size, suitably located for its intended use, cleaning, sanitization, wherever appropriate, and maintenance. Equipment should be constructed so that surfaces that contact the raw materials, intermediates, or APIs do not alter the quality of the intermediates and APIs beyond the official or other established specifications. The materials which comes in contact, they should not alter the quality of the APIs or intermediates beyond the official and other established specifications. Production equipment should only be used within its qualified operating range. Major equipments, for example, reactors, storage containers, and permanently installed processing lines used during the production of an intermediate or API should be appropriately identified. And any substance associated with the operation of equipment such as lubricants, heating fluids or coolants should not they should not come in contact with the intermediates or APIs so as to alter their quality beyond the official or other established specifications. And any deviation from this should be evaluated to ensure that there is no detrimental effects upon the fitness for the purpose of material. Wherever possible, food grade lubricants and oil should be used. This is important point. Wherever possible, food grade lubricants and oils should be used. Closed or contained equipment should be used whenever appropriate, and when open equipment is used or equipment is opened, appropriate precautions should be taken to minimize the risk of contamination. A set of current drawings should be maintained for the equipment and critical installations. For examples, instrumentation and utility systems. Coming to equipment maintenance and cleaning. Schedules and procedures, including the assignment of responsibility, should be established for the preventive maintenance of equipment. Written procedures should be established for cleaning of equipment and its subsequent release for the use in manufacture of intermediates and APIs. Cleaning procedures should contain sufficient details to enable the operators to clean each type of equipment in a reproducible and effective manner. And these procedures should include assignment of responsibility for cleaning of equipment, cleaning schedules including where appropriate sanitizing schedules, a complete description of the methods and materials including the dilution of cleaning agents used for cleaning equipment, when appropriate, instructions for disassembling and reassembling each article of equipment to ensure proper cleaning, instructions for the removal or obliteration of previous batch identification, instructions for the protection of clean equipment from contamination prior to use, inspection of the equipment for cleanliness immediately before the use, if practical, and establishing the maximum time that may elapse between the completion of processing and equipment cleaning whenever appropriate. Equipments and utensils should be cleaned, stored, and where appropriate, sanitized or sterilized to prevent the contamination or carryover of the material that would alter the quality of the intermediate or API beyond the official or other established specifications. Where equipment is assigned to continuous production or campaign production of successive batches of the same intermediate or API, equipment should be cleaned at appropriate intervals to prevent build-up and carryover of contaminants. For example, degradants or objectionable levels of microorganisms. Non-dedicated equipment should be cleaned between the production of different materials to prevent cross-contamination. The non-dedicated equipment should be cleaned between the production of different materials to prevent the cross-contamination. Acceptance criteria for residues and the choice of cleaning procedures and cleaning agents should be defined and justified. Equipment should be identified as to its contents and its cleanliness status by appropriate means. Coming to calibration. Control, weighing, measuring, monitoring and test equipment that is critical for assuring the quality of the intermediates or API should be calibrated according to written procedures and an established schedule. Equipment calibration should be performed using standards traceable to certified standards if existing. Records of these calibrations should also be maintained. The current calibration status of the critical equipment should be known and it should be verifiable. Instruments that do not meet calibration criteria should not be used. This is important point. Instruments that do not meet the calibration criteria, they should not be used. Deviations from approved standards of calibrations on critical instruments should be investigated to determine if these could have led an impact on the quality of the intermediates or APIs manufactured using this equipment since the last successful calibrations. Any deviations from the approved standards of the calibration of critical instruments should be investigated and documented to determine if they have any detrimental effects on the quality of the API or intermediates. Coming to computerized systems. Good manufacturing practices related computerized systems should be validated. GMP related computerized systems should be validated. The depth and scope of validation depends upon the diversity, complexity and criticality of the computerized application. Appropriate installation qualification and operational qualification should demonstrate the appropriate installation qualification and operational qualification should demonstrate the suitability of computer hardware and software to perform assigned tasks. Commercially available softwares that have been identified, that have been qualified, does not require the same level of testing. If any existing system was not validated at the time of installation, a retrospective validation could be conducted if appropriate documentation is available. Computerized systems should have sufficient controls to prevent unauthorized access or changes of data. There should be controls to prevent omissions in the data. This is also important. There should be controls to prevent the omissions in the data. For example, system turned off and data not captured. And there should be a record of any data change made. The previous entry, who made the change and when the change was made. That should be documented. Written procedures should be available for the operation and maintenance of these computerized systems. Where critical data are being entered manually, there should be an additional check on the accuracy of the entry. This can be done by second operator or by the system itself. Incidents related to computerized systems that could affect the quality of the intermediate or API or the reliability of the records or test results should be recorded and investigated. Changes to the computerized system should be made accordingly to a change procedure and should be formally authorized, documented and tested. Records should be kept of all changes including the modifications and enhancements made to the hardware, software and any other critical component of the system. These records should demonstrate that the system is maintained in a validated state. If the system breakdown or failures would result in the permanent loss of records, a backup system should be provided. A means of ensuring data protection should be established for all computerized systems. And data can be recorded by a second means in addition to the computerized system. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for further videos on pharmaceutical sciences and other related disciplines.